but this coming tonight now, the update from the Israeli military via Reuters, they are saying their intelligence shows that a Palestinian Islamic Jihad group is responsible for the hospital attack. Alistair, perhaps I can get you to react to that. We're also hearing the Israeli military saying that a Gaza rocket barrage towards Israel passed near the hospital in Gaza when it was hit.
Yeah, so this is coming directly from the Israeli Defense Forces. It's been tweeted by Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner, someone who, if you watch Sky News or you've been watching Sky News the last few days, you might be quite familiar with. He is an officer in the Israeli military. And let me just read out his tweet, which repeats some of what you just said, SJ. From the analysis of the IDF operational systems, an enemy rocket barrage was carried out towards Israel, which passed in the vicinity of the hospital when it was hit. According to intelligence information from several sources we have, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad is responsible for the failed launch that hit the hospital. Now, those of you who are not familiar with Palestinian Islamic Jihad, they are a smaller militant group in the Gaza Strip. Israel earlier this year carried out a campaign, an air campaign against Islamic Jihad lasting a number of days, during which they took out many of their senior commanders. Islamic Jihad, although this is a war between Israel and Hamas, Islamic Jihad have been involved in it as well. Now, a lot of people will say, well, look, we want to see proof of what the Israeli Defense Forces are alleging. What I would say, just by way of context and not related to this specific incident, is that failed rocket launches, whether it be Hamas or Islamic Jihad, out of the Gaza Strip, do happen. I was about to say they're not uncommon. I wouldn't say that, you know, that happens regularly, but they do happen. And so it therefore, in my assessment, is a possibility that this was the cause. What I would say, though, from speaking to Palestinians, whether it be here in Jerusalem, East Jerusalem, or the West Bank, regardless of the reality, whatever that might be and whatever that proves to be, there is a feeling amongst Palestinian people now that they just will not believe the Israeli version of events. And so if we're looking at pictures of what's going on in Ramallah tonight and Hebron tonight, I'm afraid, compared to the pictures coming out of Gaza, that is what a lot of the Palestinian people and a lot of the Arab world will prioritize in terms of their assessment of what went on. And in addition to 11 days now of bombing the Gaza Strip, most people, I would suggest, in the West Bank and elsewhere, Jordan, for example, where protests have been targeting the Israeli embassy tonight, I'm afraid, whether right or wrong, just will not believe the Israeli version of events. And that is why this situation, not just tonight, but more generally in this war, is so dangerous and is so prone to spilling out of control and being beyond anyone's ability to rein it in. I think we can see the tweet that Peter Lerner, Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner of the IDF, has put out tonight, the tweet that I was just reading out, that explains in the IDF's point of view what happened. Let me read it out again for you. You can see it on the screen. From the analysis of the IDF operational systems, an enemy rocket barrage was carried out towards Israel, which passed in the vicinity of the hospital when it was hit. According to intelligence information from several sources we have, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad is responsible for the failed launch that hit the hospital. Something else I would add, given my conversations with the Israeli military over the last hour, 90 minutes, is quite clearly the speed in which they are reacting to this underlines potentially what a moment this could be in the conflict. We wait to see whether it will be a turning point in this conflict in some way, but I think the speed that they've reacted to it in order to try and establish, at least from their point of view, what happened is an indication that they also realise that this is a major moment in the conflict so far.